This segment is brought to you by Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. 3 people were charged as part of a narcotics investigation in Lafourche Parish. For more on that subject, go to Captain Brennan Mathern, who's with the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. Hey, Brennan, thanks so much for being with us. Big investigation that you've had this week.
Yeah, Harry, this investigation led to 3 people being charged. The narcotics, our narcotics team had been investigating 40-year-old Louisiana Villagrana of Thibodaux and her involvement in selling narcotics. And they developed a warrant for meth distribution and a search warrant for her residence. And last week, the agents, our narcotics agents, went to her residence and made contact with her. She was taken into custody on the active warrant. And she was also found to be in possession of meth, marijuana, and other drugs. And when we were there, we also found 40-year-old Tate Alamo of Broussard and 28-year-old Mariah LaBeouf of Baton Rouge. And they were in possession of drugs as well. So ultimately, Villagrana and Alamo were both arrested and booked into the correctional complex. Villagrana was charged with possession with intent to distribute meth, possession of marijuana, Schedule 5 narcotics, and drug paraphernalia. Her bail is set at $106,000, and Alamo was booked with possession with intent to distribute meth and marijuana and possession of drug paraphernalia. His bond set at $75,500. LaBeouf was just issued a misdemeanor summons charged with possession of marijuana. But Harry, this is kind of par for the course with narcotics investigations. Our agents will start investigating one person. It'll lead to warrants being obtained, arrest warrants and search warrants, and then ultimately we will execute those search warrants. And most of the time, it's rarely that single person that is at the residence. There's usually other people there. We find additional drugs, and we make several arrests. So great job, our narcotics agents. Lieutenant Adam Dufresne and his team have been doing an outstanding job for us. It's the war on drugs, so to speak, has been a tough battle, and it continues to be. And it's just trying to knock away one person at a time, one arrest at a time, to try to get a handle on things.
Yeah, the drug game, obviously, it seems to be an evolving thing. Fentanyl, is that going the other way, with some of the new border restrictions, but this one obviously was meth and marijuana, that kind of stuff. But do you see a revolving door of different narcotics that is like it's not soup du jour, but the flavor du jour, I guess, at the time?
I mean, certainly over the course of time, we will see, different drugs come into popularity with especially, nationwide as well as within the community. Fentanyl and continues to be a problem in our area as well. But, meth, marijuana, heroin, all of these types of drugs are always going to, they've been here for many years. Like you say, we see the ebb and flow of certain substances over time. But, like in this case, the meth and marijuana, again, still very commonplace. And again, our narcotics agents are doing the best they can to try to track down the sources of supply in our area and try to put it into it.
Yeah, and obviously cocaine, crack cocaine, those are all drugs that have come in and out of favor at the time. But, probably the deadliest we've had in a long time has been fentanyl. Obviously, cocaine had its issues, and heroin, all of that stuff. But, yeah, it's good to see that hopefully we're getting a little bit of handle on fentanyl because of the death rate that's associated with it.
Yeah, and the scary part about fentanyl is, like in this particular case, we didn't have any fentanyl charges, but any drugs that you buy off the street have the chance of having fentanyl in it because it's cheap and because they're using it for a bigger high, to get repeat customers. They're slipping it into just about everything. So at this point, we're seeing more and more, over the past few years where fentanyl has become a problem, especially with overdosing. And we've seen, unfortunately, our community has had its share of issues with it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you can have a kid trying to take, Adderall or something that actually is laced with that, and there gets themselves in trouble. Hey, let's move on to the police unity tour, and this was tell me more about it and what the tour is.
Yeah, well, you see these participants here up in the upper left-hand corner of this little image here. You have our support team, mostly motors deputies, along with Deputy Melissa Simmons and others. You even see our parish president, Archie Chassaw, there. He's actually a reserve deputy with us and was part of the Police Unity Tour support team. Now, normally we do have bicyclists that are participating in the 250-mile 3-day bicycle tour, the Police Unity Tour. But this year we only had motors going for support for the rest of the cyclists. And so you see some of the pictures as they are leading the parade of cyclists for the Police Unity Tour. It's a 250-mile journey from Portsmouth, Virginia to the monument, the National Law Enforcement Memorial in Washington, D.C., which you see kind of a glimpse of in the bottom right-hand corner of that image. Unfortunately, Lafourche Parish has several names on that wall of Lafourche Parish deputies who have paid the ultimate price and given their life in service to our community. So it's one of those things that it's a pleasure and a privilege for these individuals to go to Washington and be part of the National Police Week festivities. And they enjoy it. They enjoy the honor that it has bestowed on the whole situation.
I appreciate the update from Lafourche Parish.
Thank you, Harry.
All right, we'll be right back with more Bayou Time after this.
This segment was brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs.